All right, have you started your time yet? All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I have to be really quick now. So I'm Jimmy Lim, the co-founder and CEO of Archiva AI. I actually hesitated a little bit when I was invited to pitch today because of the name NextGen AI. I'm obviously last generation myself, but what I'm going to pitch today, Archiva AI is truly next generation. So Archiva AI is a fair, transparent, and truly student-centric platform powered by AI. Now, before we get started about our products, I'm going to talk a little bit about what we are dealing with. So every year, there are more than 5 million students actually study overseas, and it's projected to grow to 7 million by the year of 2030. And the amount of tuition fees involved is actually more than 320 billion US dollars, and it's forecasted to grow to more than 400 billion by the year of 2030. And it's just tuition fees that we're talking about, like not calculating the living expenses, air tickets, and other stuff that is in entertainment that is involved in such investment. So it's actually quite a big investment. And I think it's actually a big impact for a 7 million family, not just the student itself. The decision actually impacted more than 7 million family in the world, around the world. So I'm not going to go into details, the old world and the new world. So why do we build Archiva AI is a question, right? It's such a huge industry, but there are still a huge gap and loophole in the industry itself that need to be fixed. So that's why we built Archiva AI to solve most of the problems here. One of the reasons that we wanted to solve is actually to eliminate the bias and minimizing human error. So obviously, in a lot of advisories that are being provided to international students are maybe impacted or influenced by commissions, the commercial value of placing the students to certain institutions. And this is the main reason why we wanted to build a transparent and a fair AI to solve this problem. And making sure that it's a full transparency to the students who are applying multiple universities or multiple destinations in one single platform as well. So we are providing that visibility to students. And most importantly, is connecting students to the right personnel for accurate guidance and reliable guidance as well. Now, most importantly, I think we would like to create a safe space for students as well. Fina just mentioned, you wish to have an AI friend in the future. Hopefully, Archiva AI can be one of your friends or one of maybe your friend's friend in the future. Because we want to create that safe space. Students can ask any questions, can have any conversations, and be able to get the guidance and the supports they want and they need from Archiva AI. And most importantly, is empowering students. All the students using our platform will be able to rate the service provided by the education agent. So in having that said, which means that students get the power to actually improve the quality of the service that is provided to them. Now, we have actually built two products here. Archiva AI is actually a two-in-one product. We have interactive and generative AI that is student-facing, but we also have a SaaS platform that we call it a student management portal that will actually help assist students in the full process during the application. Archiva AI, the generative AI that I mentioned, it's quite similar to ChatGPT, you would say, but we are focusing only on education. Everything education related, studying overseas, or even the living environment in an overseas country, in a foreign country, is something that we have actually built a really huge database and we have input onto Archiva AI. So students actually will be able to get the reliable information from Archiva AI itself. And one of the features that I would like to highlight here is Unimatch features. So students just have to answer a couple of questions, provide a little bit of insights about themselves, and we are able to generate a study plan, a personalized study plan and recommendation to the students. And the students would then be connected to a real human for the next stage of the application. Of course, on Archiva AI, it doesn't just provide you with recommendation. We do have a document polish features where we actually help like polishing the documents of the students, such as personal statements and CV or motivational letter that is required by the universities. So after they have decided to move into application process, this is where we link to our student management portal. Student management portal is where we manage all the application process, store all the information and the documentations of the students. So it's providing a safe space for the students as well. Like the documents that they uploaded is not uploaded into a cloud or the internet, but actually it's stored in a local servers that we have built here with the student management portal. Other than that, we also allowed our team members to share files, assign tasks to different team members, and also set reminders on the student management portal itself. So it also serves as a customer relationship management portal as well. I'm not going to go into like the tests that we have conducted. Basically, we treat this very seriously, so we have actually conducted a lot of tests comparing ourselves to other large language models. If you do have any other questions, do feel free to ask me afterwards as well. I'm going to get into our business model. We are actually building a full cycle ecosystem here. So the students get to interact with a student advisor or an AI companion or an AI friend, as mentioned by Fina before. Then they will get into like the application process, which we link to the student management portal, and we will then distribute it to our partners and hence launch it to the education providers. And the students would be able to have the visibility of the status of the application process as well. Right, I'm going to talk about our team. Would like to do that a little bit because we went into the market as well, a little bit of tractions that we have gained in the market. And what is important is actually the team. I'm so sorry I have no time. But I welcome you to ask me any question. Thank you so much.
Okay, we're going to move to the Q&A session. So please our judges to ask questions.
Okay, I'll start off. Thank you. So there seems to be a lot here. Can I just try to understand what your core product offering is and who you're selling it to?
So that was actually part of our business model that I didn't get to talk about. So we do have subscription fees. So we have subscribers. Education agent will be like the student management portal users, but we are marketing it to the students. So the AI is actually student facing, and we have a B2C to B model, which means that we do generate leads from students, and then we pass on the students' leads to the education provider, the education agents that we work with. So it's a network of education agents that it's basically our subscribers, and students would be the one that we serve on the platform. It's free of charge.
Okay. Can you, I mean, just from what I saw, it was a CRM. So like if we assume that's a B2B, first business model, how does that link to going to students first from a B2C side?
So we have two products. So basically the front end is the student facing. So students get all the interactions with the AI itself, asking all the questions, generating like the profile, having the study plan. And then they will be linked to the B2B end, which means to the education agents. They will be like, they will be assigned to one of the agent partners that we have. And so that is how it's actually linked together.
I'll help you out. Well done on the pitch. I'll help you out. Tell us why you're the right person to build this.
So we, as I'm going to quote Mike Tyson here. So Mike Tyson once said, everything is an idea until you get a punch in the face, right? So execution is the most important bit. So we have the professional and experienced team, and at the same time we do have the young and innovative team as well. So it's a good mixture and a good blend of the innovative and young, as well as the matured and experienced like myself.
Thanks for the pitch. I really love the ideas. So I just got one quick question. Like, could you dive into a little bit more about the revenue streams and the profit streams, and also like any benchmarks you're using? Because I know that you have done a lot of tests already. Yeah, so please dive into a little bit more about that. Thank you.
Thank you. In regards to revenue streams, it's actually in one of my slides as well. I didn't get to present that. So we have multiple revenue streams. We do have like the B2B commissions. We do have the B2C commissions as well as the subscription fees. And what we are getting right now, like other than the subscription fees, is actually the marketing support from the universities that we work with. So it's on another slide as well that I didn't get to say. We are endorsed by a lot of providers right now. A year into the business, we're actually endorsed by more than 35 institutions all around the world, especially in Australia itself. And knowing how efficient Australia universities can be, the public ones, we are actually in a really efficient track in securing all those agreements and endorsements.
Thank you, Jimmy. My question probably is around so you are solving a very complicated problem, and lots of startups actually try to solve before. And especially I want to understand a little bit about the agent side, because in Australia particularly, for example, for uni Melbourne, they only have very few agents work with them. So which means this value chain is actually quite consolidated.
Exactly.
And as someone play in that value chain, you kind of doesn't really have a bargaining power to communicate, to actually negotiate with those agents. So how you think your position in that value chain, especially when the B2C side is not really a recurring. So at least for the application side, it's a one-off, or like in 3 years, they probably apply for something else, right?
Okay, multiple questions here. So I try to answer as much as I can. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So having that said, that actually position us in a pretty good position as well. As I mentioned, we are securing like the agreements. Like you mentioned, the prestigious universities, they wouldn't be providing agreements or representation to a lot of agencies. So obviously we are getting all those endorsements. Okay, time's up. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. So before the team 2, let me just introduce today's distinguished guest award presenter, Mr. Paul Hammer. And Paul Hammer MP, he's the Parliamentary Secretary for Jobs, 维州经济就业增长助理部长, and he's also the state member for Boxiu and Boxiu 选区州议员. So Mr. Paul Hammer is the member for Boxiu and Parliamentary Secretary for Jobs in the Victorian Government. He is a strong advocate for strengthening Australia-China trade and economic partnerships. He champions Victoria's collaboration with our largest trading partners in trade and investment, international education, research, innovation, and startup ecosystem exchange, fostering opportunities for shared growth. Welcome. Okay, all right, so next we will move to the team 2, and they are MadCom. Let's welcome presenter Camila. Welcome.